Hello, and welcome to Senior Strokes. I'm Angel Mercado. I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to do a sketch of a nice house plant using charcoals. It is a great way to train your eye and to explore the values light, dark, and all of the values in between. This is a no pressure tutorial, perfect for you if you're a beginner, you just want to have a nice quiet time, peaceful time to create during your day. It's great. So grab your charcoals, papers, and let's go. But under the description, before we go, under the descriptions you will find a free lesson that I did just for you. It's ideal for beginners, so make sure to get it. If you do, please check your spam folder just in case if it goes there when I send you the lesson. Sometimes I do that. So now, enough said, let's go to the drawing board. The first thing, as usual, that I like to do is just do a little frame here. Let's see where we can see it in the camera. It'll be something in here like this. Maybe there. Maybe here. There. So this is our frame where our flower plant is going to go. The first thing we do, we have to sketch the pot. Like that, and then it's going to have 1, 2, 3. It's going to have several. Oh, yeah, it's going to have several stems coming out of this. And here we're going to start building kind of like our leaves. Like I said, this kind of reminds me of elephant leaves we used to. I remember seeing this in some places outdoors always. That. Like so. Like that. Here we got another leaf that went this other way. We're going to have another leaf came this way. And here we are also concerned about the negative shape, the shape around the flower. See if we can create something interesting. But that is about the drawing that we need to do for this flower. So the next step, of course, is always we have to add some charcoal. But for this, I'm just going to use a short piece of charcoal that I can lay flat on the side. You see, this way I can get a lot more cover. Like that, and we're pretty much want to leave the leaves of the flowers in white for now. We're not going to add any charcoal yet to it. That comes a little bit later. Yes, in the pot also we're going to color it or add tone to it. Same thing here, like this. So the objective here is just to add charcoal to the paper, to add tones. That way we can move it around, we can start creating, different tones and different shapes. That is what we're trying to do here. And if we lose the drawing, it's no big deal. The drawing is an easy part to do, so we're not too concerned about that. Yes, the main thing is to leave just a few leaves, a few white spaces. So that pretty much, you see how fast we can cover the page with charcoal. That's why I love buying charcoal, very fast. Doesn't take hardly any time. Okay, so to that I'm going to get my finger. I just, whoa, storming big times outside. Just for that. Here we're going to go in. Well, here comes the rain, folks. It hasn't rained for a while, and today it started to rain. Nice. We sure can use some rain. And I'm going to go all the way around with my fingers just to get rid of all the white, the speckles, that becomes so annoying later on in the drawing. So best thing to do is just to do that right away. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And now you can use a tissue, you can use a stump if you want to blend this, but I'm so used to working with charcoal, and I always enjoy using my finger for this step. Okay, so there we go. We have the initial tongue, and now I'm going to kind of bring back some of the drawing. For instance, the big pot where it was sitting. This was a beautiful plant we had, and we moved pretty far away from where we live, so we kind of had to get rid of it, and I think a friend of ours got it. But it lasted a long time, and it was a beautiful. You see how easy it is to sketch with this? And if you don't like it, you can just go like this and it disappears, and do it again. See? So for beginners, this charcoal to me is the best medium to use to learn this. And here, of course, on this side is going to be the shadow side, so I'm just going to make it darker, like that. And of course, this was sitting on something, so right here, this part is going to be lighter, the background is going to be darker, so I'm just going to start adding more charcoal to the background. Now I'm going to get the white stick again. I can cover a lot more ground faster by doing this. There. So what I'm going to do now, the areas, well, let me redraw something here. I'm going to redraw the leaves a little bit more. That way we can know which way they are. This one goes down like this, goes up. There's one leaf. Here's another leaf that goes like this. And like that. Like that. And some of these are going to have some folds, then we're going to see. We don't see them right now, but we will add them later. There. And then this one here. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to get the eraser, my kneaded eraser. So with the kneaded eraser, I'm going to clean it like this. And we're going to draw with this a little bit. So we have this, and the one like this. Bends down, so it's not getting a whole lot of light. Then we have this one. I'm going to work the edges, that way work as softer edges. We don't want very harsh, hard edges here. And so it's to lift, as you can see. Like for instance, look here where the pot it is. See how easy we can sketch everything. That's why we're never have fear that you're going to lose your drawing, because you know you can get it back pretty darn fast if you need to. There. There's some kind of like dish that sets on, that way when you water it's not going to spill all over the floor or the furniture. There. Now I'm going to create this leaf that's under shadow, so it's going to have there. This leaf here is under shadow, so it's going to have a little more charcoal in here. This one also has more shadow under there, and this side shows more. There. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back with my charcoal. I like the way this one is bending, so I'm going to go on, bring it back in here, like this. And it goes behind or under this leaf, right? And we're going to darken this area. By darkening the area, also we're going to make the leaf, kind of pop forward, kind of like a nice effect. Here, darker. And you can see how fast we can develop this. It just doesn't take much. In the background now, we're going to fasten it up a little bit more, make it side here will be a little bit darker, of course. And this area here is going to be darker too. This is the edge of that table. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of tone to some of these leaves on top, very light. If you notice that, I'm barely touching the paper with the charcoal. Trying to go very light on these areas. Only leaving just a few areas here and there a little bit lighter, the rest of them a little bit darker. Because some of these are going to be hit by shadows from the other leaves, so they're not going to be as bright. There. Back to the charcoal again. This is going to be having a shadow here, of course. So we're going to draw it right away. Since the light comes from this direction, the shadow will be on the opposite side. And here we're going to start kind of drawing stems. They go different places. We don't have to be that precise, of course, but we have to show them the stems are going somewhere. Some of these need to be a little bit darker still, so I'm going to darken up some. Drawing there we need to do. Under there are two leaves and they meet. So there we go. Now we have pretty much the drawing that we need. These leaves, they have some kind of vein inside, so we're going to draw this little vein, and we don't need to make them very precise. Just make sure you're not making them too straight. They're kind of wiggly veins. They come from different areas. And here also this helps to define the direction of the leaves a little bit. Redesign some of this a little bit, redrawn. And we have this one here. Here we're showing the way the leaf lays, so we're trying to follow that. So I'm going to going back to my eraser, and this is almost done, believe it or not, that fast. I'm going to go back to my flower pot, redefine a little bit better some of these edges there. And here it's kind of like, you go, it's kind of like going back and forth with the charcoal and with the eraser, Bring some stuff we have lost, bring it back. With the eraser, we can lift what we need to lift. And now with the eraser also, I'm going to go and start drawing some of this. Not all of them, but some of them. There. Just insinuating. And with the eraser also, we're going to lift some of this, highlights that we need to have. And this one, a little bit of this also. Just come down like that. There. And the flower pot, we're going to add a little bit of highlight there at the edge. Same thing here. Just to make it look a little more, give a little more dimension. And here, this plate. There. So pretty much, as you can see, we almost got the sketch done. I'm going to soften this table a little bit more. Just straight strokes like that. Maybe we can overlap this a little bit over the table, looking kind of nice. Like that. Gives a little more dimension also, just by doing that. And of course I need to rectify this here, where I took too much charcoal. This round, they're more rounded the edges. And pretty much we got our plant. So, there you have it. Your very own charcoal of a house plant. I hope you enjoy this time of quiet and creativity. This is such a gentle, powerful way to train your artistic eye. If you like this video and find it useful, please give me a thumbs up, a like, comment, and subscribe, so you will never miss another tutorial like this again. And remember to get your free drawing tutorial where you will learn how to start the scene by using simple shapes, and then you develop it from there. So it was great having you here today. Keep on sketching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.